We have a spectacular battle for you today, my friends. This is a match against CasadorPerfect, or Chris, whatever you want to call him. He's the guy who pretty much... well, he helped me get started on the whole Pokemon competitive battling scene, and he's been around for a while in the community, so... if you haven't heard of him, you should have heard of him. Check out his link in the video description. I will leave the link to his side of this battle. So, first turn. He leads off with this Evi, and I lead off with my Steelix. I did not predict this whatsoever. I didn't really know what to expect. I kind of just thought, well, I got Sturdy, so regardless of what happens, I can get up my Stealth Rocks just for that Talonflame, and I guess a bit of damage on the Salamence as well. But really, Talonflame's a big problem for my team, because, like, Steelix obviously is weak to the Flare Blitz, and then... you know, my Starmie is my other defensive Pokemon, which definitely is not gonna appreciate taking an Acrobatics or something, so... you know, gonna roar him out as he does go into his Salamence. I think predicting EQ, which is fair enough, but I just thought, yeah, whatever, let's roar in case he does switch. Now, I go into my Trevenant, because I don't think, unless he has Ice Punch, which I really doubt he'd go for there, he can't really do anything to me, so, you know, it seemed a pretty safe switch. And the fact that he's switching out there either means he is choiced in some way, or he doesn't really have anything to hit me with, so... I actually pull a double here, not expecting the Aggron to come in, more or less expecting Talonflame, because it pretty much... like, for some reason, my moveset on my Trevenant is Shadow Force, or Phantom Force, whatever you call it, EQ, Sub, and Wood Hammer. Now, I think I'm going to swap out Shadow Force for Rock Tomb, because honestly, like, it needs the rock coverage, and Shadow Force doesn't come in handy that often. Wood Hammer's kind of the go-to attack, but... yeah, Talonflame really counts as my Trevenant set at the moment. In comes my Steelix on the Goodra, which goes for a Fire Blast. Unfortunately, he said he predicted that, which is good play. You know, Steelix is going to... I mean, it would have been nice to have around for the Talonflame. I might have taken a Flare Blitz at that kind of range, given that I'm max defense, max HP, but who knows? Here comes the star of the show, Absol, or should I say mega-Absol, the beast. A proper, decent IV, fully EV trained mega-Absol. Thank you to the player who traded me this. I think he said it was perfect EV'd, or, sorry, perfect IV'd. Or somewhere close anyway. And it's like plus attack nature, minus defense, because I didn't want minus special attack, but... you know, gonna switch out here. Talonflame, of course, is a big threat. I have Sucker Punch, but he is naturally faster, so... I do not want to stay in there. That mega-Absol set, by the way, is actually Hone Claws, because I like Hone Claws Absol. And then Sucker Punch, Play Rough, which it now gets as an egg move, which is actually, to be fair, like Dark and Fairy is really good coverage. So I'm going to probably run like a Mightyena fairly soon with, you know, similar to what I used before, but swap out, you know, whatever my... what did I even run? It was Crunch, Sucker Punch, and then one other attack and sub. I think it might have been me first. But yeah, Play Rough, definitely a better alternative for a Dark type. So, Gengar's in here. My Starmie basically hacks his entire team to death, getting a burn on this and the Goodra. In comes my Noivern, which is Choice Scarfed. Normally I'd have this thing's specs, but I don't actually have any choice specs yet, so this is kind of what I'm working with. But once again, Talonflame, big ass threat. Everyone needs to... like, to be fair, whenever you're building a team in 6th gen, Talonflame's like the #1 thing you need to prepare for. Because like, it'll dominate any team if you don't have something like a powerful rock type to, you know, back you up. Steel won't do you any good. Like, you can't have a water type necessarily because it'll still get wrecked by like acrobatics, but maybe something like Caracosta will work well, who knows. Yep, anyway, gonna go into my Heliolisk, and I thought in case he goes to Evi, or he goes for Roost, whatever, I can just go for a Surf, and that's gonna take him out regardless, so that worked out nicely for me there. Had he gone for Flare Blitz, I don't know who has the higher base speed naturally, although I think most Talonflame tend to run less than max speed because obviously priority, so... in comes the Evi, he goes for Wild Charge. I think he from that damage, I thought, oh, that must be banded. But from the damage on Steelix earlier, I thought, surely that's not banded damage. But yeah, I did suspect he was choiced in some way, and he did say in his commentary that it is choice banded, so that's why it did so damn much to my Heliolisk. And then in comes Aggron. I figured it would be the Mega Evolution, so I go for Surf, just as like a safe play. But apparently, mega-aggron loses its rock typing, so, you know, that was a bit of a dirt moment on my part. Otherwise, I could have gone for Focus Blast or even a safe T-Bolt. Choppleberry does Jackal because that's supposed to be Choice Scarf as well. This suspects Heliolisk is supposed to be Scarfed, right? Bear that in mind. Go for the Flamethrower, does a bit of damage, and then I get wrecked by a Heavy Slam. And basically, it's mega-absol versus the world. This thing, mega-aggron, I can kill with Fire Blast, no problem. I figured Fire Blast was good for, you know, steel types in general, the occasional grass type, whatever. Anything which is way too bulky on the physical side. And mega-absol actually has like base 115 special attack or something. It's pretty good. In comes this thing, get the Intimidate drop. I can't Sucker Punch because I don't think it'll kill, so I have to go for a Play Rough, and I do just about survive the Dragon Claw. 6 HP! It's brilliant. Had he got rocks up, I'd have been dead. But yeah, that was a really close game. I hit the Play Rough, killed the Salamence, and mega-absol triumphs, my friends. Mega-absol will always triumph. Look at it. It's a beauty. I'm actually going to try out stuff like Mega Heracross and Mega Manetric soon as well, so keep an eye out for that. So I hope you all enjoyed the match. Like I said, check out his side of the battle, which will be in the video description. And with that being said, I'll see you all next time. Adios!